Thank you for joining us for this look at the best original reporting from KPBS News this week. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Coming up, staying cool in school. This week's heat wave brought some challenges at the start of a new school year. KPBS investigates an East County nursing home. One facility was set to be decertified over a long list of problems. So why was it given more time to operate? And a potential shakeup for the fast food industry. We'll tell you about the new law that aims to give workers more of a say in how they are treated. From much-needed rain to a heat wave well over a week, we are now finally seeing a turn in the weather. Our coverage includes KPBS reporter John Carroll, who shows us the challenge extreme weather poses to the unsheltered.
Living on the street is difficult on any day, but the ongoing heat wave has made things truly miserable for folks who don't have permanent shelter. Along this stretch of Commercial Street, city crews were out cleaning the area up this morning. That means people like Larry Young, Rachel Olson, and their dogs have to pick up and move.
They make us move every other day, and sometimes they wait until it gets really hot out and they make us move. And a lot of people can't move their stuff because either they're handicapped.
In addition to the cleaning crews, police, and the unsheltered.
Does he like Vienna sausages? Oh, yeah. He's going to grab you a couple.
We found homeless advocate Michael McConnell handing out water, juice, and food. He says it's fine for the city to clean up trash.
But the fact that they make people move in the middle of this heat wave is just ridiculous and dangerous and cruel.
Mayor Todd Gloria rejects that criticism. Part of the problem is people on sidewalks are blocking the right-of-way. The mayor says the city is doing more than ever before to get people off the streets.
What we've been able to do in the last year, doing twice a month concentrated efforts, is serve over 1,700 unsheltered San Diegans. That outreach leads to shelter and then results in permanent housing placements. Our city has placed over 700 individuals into permanent housing solutions.
The concentrated efforts the mayor is talking about are basically one-stop shopping events where people get connected with a variety of services with the goal of getting them into permanent housing. He says the events help build trust with people who've lost trust in the system and therefore often decline offers of shelter. On this day, the city and county are also reminding people there are dozens of cooling centers across the county where everyone is welcome. Back out on the street, Michael McConnell told us what he sees as a final permanent solution.
I want a place for people to be that they don't have to move. I want safe shelters. I want appropriate places, but most of all, I want housing for folks.
That is something everyone agrees on. It's just a matter of how we get there in a city with some of the highest housing prices in the nation. John Carroll, KPBS News.
Local schools had their own challenges in keeping kids cool in their classrooms, from dismissing classes early to finding workarounds. MG Perez shows us some of the issues that popped up during San Diego's heat wave.
It's raining sunshine and sizzling temperatures across the county, which makes it convenient that this is a minimum day at many schools, like Sherman Elementary near downtown San Diego. The air conditioning is back on after a brief breakdown last week, to the relief of parents trying their best to keep their children safe.
And it's very hot, obviously, the temperatures right now, and just being in a classroom with lots of people, it makes it feel hotter.
Sherman Elementary is in the San Diego Unified School District, which has been more successful than most in keeping kids cool. The San Diego Unified School Board was thinking about air conditioning well before this latest heat wave. Back in 2015, the school board approved a master plan to install AC in every classroom, paid for with bond money. That plan worked for the most part, with the exception of San Diego High School, which did not get air conditioning because the district was tied up in a dispute with the city of San Diego over another long-term lease of the land here. That got figured out and renovations are underway, with AC gradually being installed. But it's a big campus.
Imagine heading to one class and another class, and my classes are really far from each other, so by the end of the time that I get to my class, I'm always thirsty, I'm sweating, no air, so it's so hard.
The contractor doing renovations has provided some portable AC units, while the district has distributed 120 additional units to other schools where the air conditioning went out.
The way we triage how to prioritize repairs, it really depends on how many folks are impacted by an outage. So let's say an entire school goes down, that's going to be prioritized over a school that potentially lost air conditioning in a building.
In Poway Unified, 3 schools continue to be without air conditioning, including here at Midland Elementary, where parents picked up kids at noon to get them home from the heat. Bernardo Heights Middle School and Rancho Bernardo High School also continue to have no consistent air conditioning, so students are being released early as well. Parents have been promised crews are working to fix the ongoing problem. Meanwhile, the San Diego County Office of Education is monitoring the situation and offering support as it can.
Serve as a little bit of an air traffic controller, connecting our school leaders with the people from CAL FIRE, from SDG&E, from agencies like Public Health, just to make sure that our school leaders have access to the most up-to-date information so they can keep our kids and employees safe.
So the heat is on, and so are the solutions to deal with it. MG Perez, KPBS News.
And one thing made apparent during this week's heat wave is the lack of shade in many local neighborhoods. KPBS North County reporter Tanya Thorne shows us what's going on in Vista to boost the number of trees in the community.
Rain Tree Park in Vista didn't get any rain today, but it did get a shipment of new trees.
We're trying to increase the tree canopy in disadvantaged communities. If those communities have existing irrigation or the ability to maintain the trees long term, those are high probability areas. And then parks like this who lack a little bit of shade, those are high priority areas for trees to go in as well.
Lynette Short with CAL FIRE says it's part of a grant to plant 2,000 trees in San Diego County. The city of Vista got 200 of them.
You can see all this commotion is beautiful commotion. We got trees.
Councilmember Corina Contreras joined Urban Corps members in getting some trees in the ground.
This area in Vista desperately needs trees. You know, we're going through a heat wave, moving forward, it's only going to get hotter. And what trees do, not only do they provide a beautiful scene for everybody to enjoy, but they provide shade.
While it will be some time before the trees planted provide more shade, Contreras says they will help this urban neighborhood have more green space to enjoy.
So you see everywhere, right, in the city, there's pavement, you got concrete, asphalt, very few impervious surfaces. That heat radiates up. And when it's 100 degrees, when we have no trees, it actually feels hotter. So being able to plant more trees where people congregate, where they can enjoy the park under the shade is extremely important.
She hopes this is only the beginning of a lot more trees getting planted in the city.
But we got to move this to North Santa Fe because that's our transportation corridor that you have people walking and biking and taking public transit every day, and there is very little shade there.
Last month, Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill that would require the Department of Forestry and Fire Protection to complete a statewide plan to increase tree canopy cover in urban areas by 10%. The department has until 2025 to submit a plan to the legislature. Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.
And here are some of the most read stories this week at kpbs.org. California wants to get more e-bikes on the road with a new incentive program. The rain we're seeing this weekend is from the remnants of a hurricane. Learn how the heat wave may have helped bring it here. And San Diego's largest Ponzi scheme. Hear from the reporter behind the Union Tribune's latest series on the fraud done by Gina Champion-Kane. Quite a twist this week. In one of the Navy's worst corruption cases, the person at the center of it all is now on the run. KPBS military reporter Steve Walsh tells us how Fat Leonard was able to slip away.
Malaysian businessman Leonard Glenn Francis pleaded guilty to defrauding the Navy in 2015. He was at the heart of a corruption probe that snared nearly 30 naval officials. Francis was awaiting sentencing when the U.S. Marshals were notified Sunday that he had cut his ankle monitor. Omar Castillo is the deputy supervisor for the U.S. Marshals Southern District of California.
We went to the house that afternoon, knocked on the door, no answer, looking through windows, it looked pretty vacant. Found an unlocked door, and my task force officers went in.
Leonard has few ties to the United States. His business was based in Singapore. He lives with 3 of his children who are Filipino. Neighbors told investigators they saw U-Haul trucks parked outside his house before he left.
Finding out about the U-Haul trucks and knowing that the house was empty, he's had some time to plan this out. So we are definitely leaning towards him possibly being on the international side. And we're basically pursuing some of those leads.
Dan Grazer with the Center for Public Integrity says this twist may make it even less likely that the Navy will learn the lesson from the largest corruption scandal in Navy history.
I fear that Navy officials are going to view this last dramatic turn in the case as an opportunity to close the book on it. And so there's already a lack of discussion about this case in official Washington as it is.
The remaining defendants in the case are scheduled to be sentenced in the coming weeks. Steve Walsh, KPBS News.
And a warning, this story contains graphic descriptions that some audience members may find disturbing. An El Cajon nursing home had such a long record of poor care and abuse that federal officials moved to decertify it in April. But then, to the shock of advocates, they rescinded their order. In the first of a two-part series, KPBS investigative reporter Amita Sharma examines the evidence against the nursing home and why it remains open.
At 2 a.m. on February 7th, a quadriplegic woman slept in a chair covered by a sheet at Avocado Post-Acute Nursing Home in El Cajon, while a man stood over her with his hands under that sheet. The incident is one of 3 sexual assaults that the California Department of Public Health substantiated at the 256-bed facility so far this year. And since 2019, state records reveal 628 overall complaints filed against Avocado. That is 4 times the state average for facilities with at least 100 beds.
It's an unsafe place for residents to be.
Tony Chicatel is a lawyer with the California Advocates for Nursing Home Reform. He's familiar with the state's investigations into Avocado.
It seems like a dangerous nursing home, and one that I would be reluctant to send anybody, let alone friends or family.
Here are some of the most egregious examples taken mainly from state regulators' reports with support from police investigations. A 90-year-old man was allegedly assaulted by his roommate and later died. A 71-year-old woman was sexually assaulted by a caregiver during a diaper change. A resident with strict swallowing precautions choked to death after she was left to eat her lunch alone. And a caregiver allegedly slammed a resident into a wall.
It is quite straightforward.
That's Scott Fikes, an attorney who has sued Avocado for negligent care. He's discussing the state regulators' findings.
There's a long evidentiary record that shows they are unable or unwilling, whatever it may be, to provide the level and quality of care that Medicare and Medicaid demand.
Earlier this year, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the federal agency that oversees nursing homes, seemed to agree. The agency stated in April that it was terminating Avocado's contract with CMS to operate as a skilled nursing home, citing its failure to protect residents from abuse, neglect, and exploitation. But weeks later, CMS reversed course and rescinded plans to decertify Avocado. A CMS spokesperson said in an emailed statement that the termination order was pulled because Avocado had, quote, returned to substantial compliance with the Medicare requirements. Yet, just 2 months after regulators canceled the decertification, state investigators found 13 federal deficiencies at Avocado. When questioned about the new findings, a CMS spokesperson again told KPBS that Avocado returned to substantial compliance in July. Avocado did not respond to multiple requests for comment. Also, since April, state investigators have substantiated 11 abuse cases of residents and 1 quality of care violation at Avocado. Chicatel says keeping Avocado open illustrates how regulators abdicate their duty to protect residents in favor of shielding for-profit nursing homes.
We'll have the rules and they look great on paper and they give people confidence that care might be good, and then we don't enforce them, so they over time just become meaningless.
As Avocado racked up complaints over the last years, its profits grew 72% from $3.2 million in 2017 to $5.5 million in 2020, according to financial disclosures.
That is a fantastic revenue stream.
Ernie Tosh is an expert on senior care finances. He says given Avocado's compliance record, it would be beneficial to have a third-party monitor.
And if that doesn't work, you should also be fining them substantially.
In part 2 of our series, Avocado allegedly allowed a man with a severe mental illness and a history of violence to share a room with another resident. The result was deadly. Amita Sharma, KPBS News.
Avocado is just one of many nursing homes in the state found to have provided substandard care for their residents, but that does not mean that good nursing homes don't exist. In our continuing coverage, Tony Chicatel from the California Advocates for Nursing Home Reform details what you should look for when choosing a nursing home. And you can find that and part 2 of our investigation at kpbs.org. A new California law could pave the way for better pay and job conditions for thousands of fast food workers. KPBS reporter Gustavo Solis explains the push to improve their situation.
Karina Zuniga joined the labor movement a few years ago because her manager at a KFC in National City wouldn't give her a 10-minute break. California law requires employers to give their hourly workers one 10-minute break for every 4 hours of work. But Zuniga is an immigrant, and this is her first job in the U.S. She says she had no idea about the break requirement. She also says there were unsafe working conditions at the KFC kitchen.
Pues haz de cuenta que yo no sabía, soy nueva aquí en Estados Unidos, mi primer trabajo.
Morning, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order, please?
The new law is designed to give workers like Zuniga a louder voice on issues ranging from wage theft to workplace safety. It establishes a statewide council where workers, employers, and government officials will come to the table and negotiate industry standards. Newsom said that the bill will empower California fast food workers.
A bill that empowers our workers, particularly in that sector, giving them more voice, giving them more choice.
The governor also mentioned the significance of signing the bill during the holiday.
I'm proud on Labor Day to sign that bill and to enshrine it in law.
Critics of the bill say that it will make fast food more expensive for consumers. But during lunch on Labor Day, San Diegans visiting fast food restaurants supported the idea of paying workers more money, even if it means the price of a cheeseburger may go up. Andrea Vargas is from National City.
I don't think it would hurt much because, like I said, fast food isn't a necessity, so they would be better off buying actual groceries.
Carlos Alfaro is from Chula Vista. His sister works at a Chipotle.
It's a tough industry where, the pay is kind of low. So, yes, they do deserve, at least a couple bucks more than the minimum wage or whatever they're paid there. And yes, I think wages should be increased for fast food workers.
Lorena Gonzalez introduced the bill in January 2021 when she was still in the state assembly. Now she's a leader of the California Labor Federation and sees this as a model that could be applied to other industries as well.
I think that's really exciting. It's a whole new level of bargaining. It's a different level of coming up with regulations, and I think it's something that could take off for not just fast food workers but other industries as well.
Zuniga says that this could lead to higher wages and more job stability.
Se siente bonito, se siente tener ese poder.
She says the new law is beautiful because it recognizes her value as a worker and as a human being. It will take effect on January 1st, 2023.
First window, please. Thank you.
Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.
UCSD has struggled at times to provide enough student housing. KPBS Metro reporter Andrew Bowen visited San Diego's largest university to see how it's trying to meet the growing need.
1, 2, 3.
The two new dorm buildings, 22 and 23 stories high, will be set aside for transfer students and other upperclassmen. That group faces stiff competition trying to get on-campus housing. The project is going up right next to the campus's Blue Line trolley stop, and there are even more dorms under construction elsewhere on campus. Pradeep Khosla, the university's chancellor, says housing costs, whether on campus or off, are a major burden on students.
In San Diego, because there's already a shortage of housing, it makes it worse. So I think as a campus, we owe it to our students to use the land that has been given to us by the community effectively to build housing for our students.
The dorm project is benefiting from a $100 million grant from the state government, which will help keep the rents affordable for low-income students. Assemblymember Chris Ward says it's part of a new grant program that will support more student housing at public universities across the state.
Because we are shovel-ready, because the vision is there and everything is integrated, I think really positioned UC San Diego to fare very well in this year's state budget.
Last year, UCSD reduced its dorm capacity in response to COVID-19. That meant sophomores were no longer guaranteed on-campus housing. But the university brought back its 2-year housing guarantee last month, and its longer-term goal is to guarantee housing for 4 years. The dorm project, officially called the Pepper Canyon West Living and Learning Neighborhood, will open to students in the fall of 2024. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
We are a few weeks into a new school year with students adjusting to being back on campus and face-to-face full-time. The challenge is even greater for kids who are visually impaired. KPBS education reporter MG Perez shows us how their special needs are being met and celebrated.
Step up, buttons in front, forward left. Find the button that's in front of you.
These are very specific directions for a very specific young student.
We use the back of the hand because we don't know if there's something on the button or if the button is hot.
15-year-old Grace DeBerry is feeling her way across Orange Avenue in Coronado and listening to traffic all around her.
Right off my right shoulder is where the car should be.
Nicely done.
Grace has been blind since birth because of an underdeveloped optic nerve that can't carry messages from her eyes to her brain.
It's a bit scary at first because there are literal cars, but after doing it for a few years, it gets easier because I know what to expect most of the time, and it just becomes something I do every day.
Let's give us a safety sweep, left to right. Very nice, step up.
The voice she listens to belongs to Jim Parandi, an orientation and mobility specialist with the San Diego County Office of Education. He works with 5 or 6 visually impaired students every day in districts from Coronado to San Isidro, teaching them life skills and helping with accommodations for their schoolwork.
It's not about failure. It's not about meeting my expectations. It's about them reaching the highest level of independence that they can in the amount of time that it takes to do that safely.
He has worked with Grace since she was in 2nd grade.
I'm trailing the grass line that's to my right, so I have a boundary.
She is now a freshman at Coronado High School, already enrolled in advanced placement computer science, along with math and English classes. Grace is growing up with her other senses sharpened and has only a little interest in what she might never see.
Probably just my family, and I've heard the stars are pretty beautiful, so I'd want to see the night sky, but I don't really want sight because I'd have to relearn everything.
Parandi has more than 16 years of experience. That includes time as an EMT, security officer, a credentialed special education teacher with a master's degree, a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he is visually impaired.
At 24 years old, I had an injury to my left eye where I had a retinal detachment, and I lost the majority of the vision in my left eye, and I didn't get it back.
Sometimes Parandi covers his one good eye so that he can relate to what his student is experiencing. A sense of humor also helps.
They're going to be able to make safe choices, stay out of the hospital, be patient so they don't become a patient, and be able to find the highest levels of independence that they can. Which side of the door do we wait on?
Handle.
Handle side. Very good.
At San Isidro Middle School, there is another student success story involving 12-year-old Diego Caparon, also blind since birth, with prosthetics for both his eyes. He has never seen light or even shadows, only complete darkness. That has not stopped him from dreams of someday playing professional football.
I love football, yes.
What position do you play?
Oh, I haven't figured that out yet. When I'm throwing the ball, someone just makes a noise like they clap or something, and I just throw it at the direction.
Diego is supported by his visual impairment teacher, too. Tanya Gonzalez is another member of the San Diego County Office of Education team. She teaches blind students how to read Braille and how to type it for class assignments. Gonzalez is a person who can see, and she says she has been educated by so many of her students who cannot.
My students can generally tell if a person is naturally kind, good-hearted, not because of the way they look, but by the way they're interacted with. They've taught me to just be open-minded, to be patient, especially with the ignorant-sided world.
That ignorance is something her student Diego often deals with. Jim Parandi and the county support team meet him where he is, with high hopes for what he will become.
Everything in his world is audio and tactile. Audio and tactile. So he has to have a really phenomenal memory, but the thing that he has to have that luckily he does is a phenomenal attitude.
Diego's perseverance sets an example for all the other visually impaired students across the county like him, who just want success and happiness.
Treat them normal. Treat them the way normal people are treated.
My motto is blind can do anything, and I don't mind being blind.
Like Diego, Grace DeBerry is ready for a successful school year, and Jim Parandi will be there to cheer them both on.
They're able to definitely understand some of the complexities of life that we might skip over by trying to figure them out visually.
That is a lesson for all of us that is clear to see. MG Perez, KPBS News.
And that story and all of our content can be found on the KPBS YouTube page. In addition, we have episodes from KPBS shows like Ken Kramer's About San Diego and Crossing South. You can also live stream KPBS Evening Edition weeknights at 5. We hope that you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Thanks for joining us.